morning and welcome back to First Local. As promised, I am here with a lovely, wriggly little girl, and she put on her finest bow for you. Now, who wouldn't want a puppy? So let's talk about this luscious little lady.
Her and her brother were surrendered to the shelter at the beginning of April when the mom kind of was done, I think, with the litter.
Okay.
So they were a little bit young still to be separated, so they got brought in and to find home. But we had to get them more ready.
Yeah.
They still weren't ready to be put up for adoption yet. Her lover. Right?
Oh, look at.
So they're about 8 weeks now, almost 8 weeks.
Aw, come on, look at her. Oh, she's devastating the microphone. Haha, adorable. So, okay, so let's talk about, so when will she and her brother be up for adoption?
Probably by the end of next week they'll be ready.
Okay.
Yep.
And so at what point, so I know obviously spaying and neutering is a big thing.
Yes.
So at what point then would somebody this young have to be spayed?
We ask that people have their pets spayed or neutered at 6 months. Anything that gets adopted from the shelter at 6 months of age.
Okay, so and as I recall now, when you pay the fee, to the adoption fee, there is a portion of that that is allocated towards the cost of the spaying or neutering, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so she will have already had some shots, I'm sure.
Yeah, she'll have all her puppy shots and all her initial dewormings. And she doesn't really, she'll need a couple more puppy shots, usually with the veterinarian about a month after they go home.
Okay.
And then at 4 months, she'll need a rabies, and then at 6 months, she'll need to be spayed.
Now, okay, so socially speaking then, I guess a puppy this young, like, could be adaptable to any other household pets,
Yes.
any level of kids. Would she have to be adopted out with her brother, or would they be separated?
Usually the puppies we don't recommend taking two from the same litter, just because they can have some behavior issues with trying to establish pecking order.
Okay.
We do come across that sometimes, so usually with the bigger ones, they're not a bonded pair. Like we see that more in cats than we do with dogs.
Oh, is that right?
Unless you
Okay,
get
that's
senior dogs
interesting.
that have lived together their whole lives, at that point we wouldn't separate senior dogs.
Right.
Yes.
As you can see, she's very active. What is
Very
her
active.
name?
She actually doesn't have a name. Her and her brother don't have names yet.
Aw.
I know.
Oh,
We're waiting for their forever family to name them.
thing one and thing two.
Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, her
Now-
brother's about the same size as her too, just a little bit bigger.
Now, so the last time you were in, that was a couple of weeks ago. There are no in-person visits in this time. You make the application, and if you meet the criterion, you will be contacted to come in and meet the puppy.
At that time, yes, to make
Okay.
sure it is a good fit. Puppy applications typically do go a little bit quicker than our adult dogs just because we don't have to wait for vet appointments to get them fixed.
Right, okay.
The main criteria is that you do have to have your own veterinarian established to be approved for the application just because they do require spay-neuter.
Okay.
That is a requirement, so it's something just worth calling around and checking with your veterinarian before you finish the application and submit it. It saves some time.
All right. Well, now, this lovely little pup has not even been advertised on the website yet, so don't go and crash their server looking for this adorable. Now, does the brother look much like her?
Almost identical, just
Almost
a little bit bigger.
identical.
They're
Look
lab
at those
Rottweilers.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at you.
You can always submit an application ahead of time for puppies because we do, like puppies, if you've got a busy family, lots of little kids, it's nice to have a puppy to grow. So you can submit an application ahead of time. That way it can be pre-approved sort of thing and we can call you when we have puppies and they're ready.
Oh. Well, she looks like she's ready to get going.
She wants her breakfast.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for being such a good girl. So, once again, when will she be up on the website?
Probably by next week.
By next week. So she's not quite ready. We still have a little bit of waiting to do, some maturity to achieve. But watch for her next week, and maybe we can have a contest or something and name the puppy. Name the puppy.